welcome back to the Beauty and the Grinds community on YouTube. Tonight is going to be this very pretty old Hollywood glam inspired Christmas festive makeup look. So I'm going to be covering how to do the red glitter lip that really can be any color, but it's the holiday, so it's going to be the red kind of ornamental looking glitter lip. I'm also going to be showing you how to do the eye look, which is really, in my opinion, I felt like, oh, it's like really soft and pretty. It definitely has the golden era old Hollywood vibes to it, but it also kind of reminded me of snow because of the white colors that I used in it. So if you're interested in learning how to do this look for your festive holiday parties or just to have a little bit of extra in your life around this season, then please keep watching. So before I get the tutorial started, I just wanted to say very quickly to stay tuned towards the end after the tutorial ends, because I will be giving glitter lip tips of how to successfully kind of navigate this, especially if you're new at it. I'll also be throwing in some affordable makeup options to the products that I am using in the tutorial. If you'd like to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notifier, and we're gonna get started. So the first thing that I like to do is define the arch of my brow, and I usually use concealer for that. However, for this Hollywood Glam look, I'm going to be using the Lock It Concealer Cream in Whiteout. This is really going to help kind of crisp out the brow, define the arch, lift it, but it's also going to keep it in those really light kind of white color tones, which are reminiscent of snow and that old Hollywood Glamour touch. And I'm going to pull it down gently towards the ball of my eye. Be careful not to disturb too much of the brow. However, if you've kind of gotten a little fat fingered in applying any of your brow products, this is a great way to clean up any mistakes, which is a trick that I use quite often. I also like to put a little bit of concealer right along the tail of my brow so that I can get a little bit more definition from that as well. The next step I do is I prime my eye. I will be using the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC, just a basic concealer brush from Bare Minerals, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid of my eye and right into the crease. I'm going to avoid that area right around my arch because I just applied the white concealer and I don't want to muddy up those lines. I'm also going to place some of the Painterly Paint Pot right underneath my lower lash line. So I will be using my favorite quad. This is something that I put together from MAC, and the color that I'll be using tonight is the white shade, and this is in Gesso. So what I'll be doing is I'll be taking Gesso, using one of my large eyeshadow brushes from Real Techniques. This is a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to be applying that all over the lid and up into the crease just a little bit. I'm using this kind of like I'm setting the paint pot is really kind of like what I'm doing, because it will grab the first shadow that you place upon it and make it more intense. And because I want my eye look to look really light, white, and bright, applying a matte white shadow is really fantastic. So if you don't have Gesso, a white matte shadow will serve you just fine. I'm going to be taking my favorite gray shadow from MAC. This is in Scene. I will be using my 224 brush from MAC. And I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush and tap it off on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to apply it right into the crease. And I'm using a very light hand. Scene can be pretty potent in color. So I just grabbed a tiny little bit on my brush and I'm washing it into the crease to add subtle contour and definition. The grays really bounce well against the white, and I think that it still keeps it into the holiday vibe and spirit, and I really like that. Plus, back in like the golden era, a lot of women used a gray contour in their crease. Now I do go next to my nose, and I kind of slightly contour right next to my nose, and then I wash it out. Now, taking a pencil brush, this is the 219 from MAC, I'm going to grab that same gray color. Now, this is a matte shade, and I'm going to just slightly take it underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to start on the outer corner and I'm really gonna like soften and diffuse it and then bring it over slightly. I'm using it to create some depth and shadow underneath my lower lash line, but I don't want it to be too dark going towards the inner corner because that will kind of close in the eye, and I don't want to do that. You can always blend out the lower lash line if you need to. Then going in and using this beautiful frosted white shade. This is Knockout from my Morphe 35V palette. I did a review a couple weeks ago on this palette that's exclusive to Ulta, so I'll put that in the description box if y'all want to see it. But I'm going to start by using my ring finger. And I'm going to just pop that onto the ball of the lid, and I'm going to concentrate it just onto the ball of my eye. I do not want this color in the crease. I want to keep that gray really kind of stark, and I don't want to muddy it up. So that's about all I can do with my ring finger before it becomes a really big mess. So I do like to go in and do some fine detailing using a flat eyeshadow brush. This one is from Merle Norman. It is Eyes Number 2. It's very flat but dense. And what I like to do is I'll go in and I'll just press. I don't rub and go in back and forth motions because that's going to flick product in areas I don't want it. I just really press it into the lid of my eye. And it doesn't matter what eye shape you have or how, you know, small the ball of your eye is. Using a frosted color like this is going to bring it forward and make your eyes look more big and a lot more awake. Now, I will finish the look off using one of my very fine pointed brushes. This is actually from Artist Loft. It is from Michael's, the craft store. And I'm just going to go back in and grab a little bit of that frosted white, and I'm going to apply it right to the inner corner of my eye. Because the brush is so small, it creates a lot of sharp definition, and you can really work it into tight crevices. So for my next eye opening step, I'm going to be using my NYX Wonder Pencil. This is in the shade Light. This is fantastic to use to kind of brighten and open your eye. And I'm just going to put it in my waterline. So once that is done, I'm going to be using my Lash Paradise mascara. It's L'Oreal, it's affordable, I love it. And I'm just going to apply that to my top lashes. So now it's time to make the delicious cat eye. I love cat eyes. I have a video dedicated to it. It will be in one of my playlists. I'll put that in the description box as well. But I will be using a liquid liner. This is my NYX matte liquid liner, and I've been using it for months and I absolutely love it. So all I'm gonna do is kind of create a little guideline, make a really thin line on my top lashes, and then I'm gonna go in and create the tail. And I always start at the outer corner of my eye and work straight up to the brow. And then I'll work down the tail and really chisel it out. If you're looking for an eyeliner that will help you create a sharp wing line, the NYX matte pencil is a really affordable option. Now you can always go back in with a pointed Q-tip and clean up any mistakes you might have made. But I'm going to do a little trick tonight that will also clean up any mistakes further. So I'm going to be taking my Glide On Perversion pencil from Urban Decay, and I'm going to be tight lining my upper waterline. The way that I like to do this is look down into my mirror and wiggle the product back and forth. Because this is a super easy Glide On pencil, it just glides on super effortlessly without any issues. I think that a tight lined waterline is so epically important when creating an inky lash line. So the lashes that I'm going to be using are the Faux Mink lashes by Kiss. They're the Lash Couture collection. I love these. I find that if you have a more round eye, that it creates the cat eye, the almond eye shape. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly put these on. I will be using my House of Lashes glue. It's my favorite. If ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a lash glue that doesn't lift at the outer corners, believe me, y'all, House of Lashes is where it's at. I'm using my dark glue. Fan, oh, where could you be? Oh my gosh, I lost my fan. There it is. I found my fan, y'all. So now that the lashes are on, the one thing that I do like to do is balance it out. Sometimes when you apply a lash to your lash line, you can kind of, if it's not seated right into your lash line, it can kind of muddy up the line you might have created for your cat eye. For instance, right here, it doesn't look as thick as it was before, so I'm just gonna go in and touch it up with my liquid liner. So the last step for the eye look is going to be taking a little bit more of that white concealer and using that same concealer brush that I used earlier for my brow. You're going to just kind of apply a very thin line underneath your liquid liner and then bring it down underneath your lower lashes, working it just underneath the lash line and going about halfway over because you're going to diffuse it in a few seconds. So and don't croak if you get too much concealer on your skin, because I'm going to show you kind of like this. I'm going to show you what to do. But it's really important to get like a really nice clean line. And you can do this with eyeliner if you had an eyeliner pencil, but I find it's easier to do with concealer, especially if you can find a good white concealer. So going in with one of those pointed Q-tips, just go in and clean it up. You can get it as thin as you want. So the first thing that I like to do when I'm doing a lip look is take a little bit of highlighter. This is my Double Gleam from MAC, a brush, and just kind of hit the Cupid's bow to highlight it a little bit. Now, I did a live on my Instagram, so if you're not part of my Instagram community, I'd love for you to head over and become part of it, because I'll do a lot of exclusive things just for Instagram, including making IGTV videos, so, and going live. And so I went live and I talked about how to create this lip look about a week and a half ago, and one of the gals that joined me that night said that she didn't have a Cupid's bow, and what could she do? So if you don't have a Cupid's bow to kind of highlight and have it stand out from your lip, you can always take a really light concealer pencil, kind of like the NYX Wonder pencil that I used in my waterline, and just kind of go along either side of your lip here, and that will bring it forward. So for tonight's lip look, I'm going to be using the Kylie Jenner lipstick kit in Mary Jo K, and all I'm going to do is outline my lips and then slightly fill them in with the lip pencil. So if there are any mistakes that you might have made with the lip liner, I do recommend going ahead and correcting them before you do the lipstick, only because you have to move quickly with the glitter and the lipstick so that they dry together. Okay guys, so I'm going to be applying the Kylie Jenner lipstick. Again, this is in the Mary Jo K shade. And I'm going to go ahead and get my glitter at the ready. So I put a little bit of this on the back of my hand because it's part of my pro kit. I don't use the applicator on my lips. So if you have this, you don't have to put it on the back of your hand. That's just something I do. I'm using the glitter pigment from MAC. This is in the shade Coppering. And I literally just spilt that all over the place. Oh, well, we're going to roll with it, y'all. So go ahead and grab a lip brush to apply the product all over your lips. Get your lips nice and saturated with the color. And then immediately you're going to go in with your ring finger and your glitter, and you're going to start pressing it into your lips. Okay guys, so once you have your lipstick on and it's still freshly wet, take your glitter and you're going to press it all over your lip, focusing in on the center as you do it. Now grabbing a dense small eyeshadow brush, I'm going to dip that right into the glitter, and I'm going to put it in the places around the corners of my mouth where the glitter can't reach, and kind of feather and blend the glitter out so that it all looks really pretty and seamless and that there's not any patchiness. Okay, so now our look is complete. We have our really pretty wintry eye, very old Hollywood glamour inspired, and then the really fun, pretty red glitter lip. So I wanted to leave you guys with some tips and affordable options, because I did mention that at the beginning before we started the tutorial. So let's do some glitter tips and get that out of the way first of all. When you are working with glitter, because glitter is loose, you do want to find a cosmetic grade glitter that is safe to be used on the face, around the mucous membranes, your eyes and your lips and stuff like that. I love the MAC glitter pigments, but if you're looking for a more affordable option, NYX has some great ones that you can use. 2, to keep the look age appropriate, find a glitter that complements the tones that are in the lipstick you're using. Now I know that maybe you won't necessarily do the red glitter lip, although I'd love to see it. So if you do recreate this look, whether it's the lips or the eyes, please hashtag Beauty in the Grinds or at Beauty in the Grinds if you're over on Instagram or even Facebook. But if you are not looking to use a red, maybe you want to use a berry or a pink or a nude, you want to find a glitter that corresponds with the tones of that lipstick. That's going to help keep it kind of age appropriate and really subtly sexy and pretty and just like little extra for the holidays that's not overwhelming to people who see you in person. You know, glitter lips look fantastic on Instagram, but sometimes they can be very overwhelming person to person. So I have just found that glitter that complements the lipstick's tones, whatever that lipstick is made of, whether it's orange or red or brown or even pink, finding a corresponding glitter that complements it really works and kind of sends the look home. Third, I do recommend using a long wearing lipstick, preferably one that is liquid if you want the look to hold, if you want the glitter lips to hold throughout one of your festive fun nights. I have been able to drink with this and eat with this. Now it doesn't look as, you know, coif, it doesn't look as perfect, but it's really easy to go and grab like a little to-go container that you can put your glitter in and then have your lipstick in like a little clutch and bag, and you can touch it up, you know, on your own while you're out. If you use more of a moisturizing type lipstick, although the glitter will adhere to it, it doesn't stay on your lips. Therefore, the two don't stay. Like it will move and shift and get everywhere as soon as you eat or drink. Whereas when a liquid lipstick dries down, the glitter and the liquid, you know, they're adhered together. It just has a little bit more longevity. And the other thing is when you are working with a long wearing lipstick, because it dries down quickly, if it dries down too quick and you can't get your glitter on there to stick, you can just take a little bit of residual product, you know, get your lips as perfect as you want them to be, and then go in and put like a dab of the lip color on your lips and then go right over top of it with the glitter. The other tip that I can give you guys is if you do get glitter like outside of the lip line, maybe it's on your face, you can take a concealer brush, you know, that's slightly got, you know, some maybe residual product on it, and kind of clean up your lip line, just going around and picking up any of that glitter that might be stuck to the outer corner or is just kind of making your lip line look wonky because of where it's sitting. Now, quickly, just some affordable options, I want to throw those out there before you all leave me this evening, is if you are looking for a white concealer, maybe not the Kat Von D Lock It concealer, but you want a really good affordable white, I love the L'Oreal Pro Concealer. It's beautiful. Like these two are both amazing products, and I really like this has a little bit more iridescence. It doesn't have as much pigment, but I've used it in a lot of my looks and I highly recommend it. All the eyeshadows, obviously, you can find dupes for, and I do recommend NYX. I hope that you guys have a fantastic holiday season. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, watching this tutorial, spending time with me at Beauty in the Grind. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell notifier so that you're never left out and you're always up to date with everything new that I post. I do post new videos every Friday at 4 o'clock. So I will be putting out another video next Friday, but I hope that you will join me back here for that. All my social media handles will be in the description box below, so if you want to hop on and join my Instagram or Facebook fam, you can. It's a great way to see exclusive content, what's kind of up and coming, what I'm going to be doing here on YouTube, and it's just a lot of fun. Plus I'm on Instagram every day. Shh, don't tell nobody. And now that Instagram has like that tracker, like that you've been on Instagram for this amount of time, it's like, oh, okay, maybe I need to, you know, tighten it down a little bit. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up before you leave. I hope that you guys have a fantastic Christmas, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys. Pencil really, really helps. So, random Google playing Christmas music. It's gonna kick this video right into the hole. Okay, Google, please stop.